The year is now 1962. The globe has been engulfed in complete and utter chaos, and peace is nothing but a distant memory. However, the world is a tad bit better compared to the situation in Russia. Now, in this video, we're going to be playing as Irkutsk. Now you can see TNO has got an update. The map looks different, and there have been some other new features that have been applied across the globe. We are currently led by Yagoda, who is destined to lead Irkutsk to Soviet reunification. And I believe that we are destined to bring honor to the Soviets. But first things first, right off the bat, we are at war with a fellow communist nation. It's time to put Sablin in his place. The first days of the war were the most costly. Why? Because Sablin's troops were disorganized and underprepared, and we outnumbered them in divisions. So we surrounded some of their small puny army, and we just moved into the victory points, leading to their quick capitulation to the true Soviets. And just like that, Sablin's dreams of reuniting the Soviet Union under socialism has been crushed. And to add on Sablin's plate, it looks like that he's not coming back anytime soon. Now it's time to check out Yagoda's first focus tree. It was actually our second, but the first focus tree didn't really matter because we capitulated Sablin's nation pretty quickly. But we're going to take a look at the left side of the focus tree first. Now as a kid, we can choose between two leaders, Sergei Alexeyevich Bezanov or Yagoda. Now I'm going to stick with Yagoda. Why? Because he has proven himself by defeating Sablin in a matter of weeks. Anyways, turning back to our focus tree, we continue to venture down the left side of the focus tree, where we continue to launch investigations like a certain somebody who had some questionable strategies, which we kind of repeated, but at least they worked. Now there are many Sablinites across the nation, so I've got to crack down on those pesky Sablin supporters. On the right side of the focus tree was primarily increasing Yagoda's influence over the nation, and once we completed those focuses, we completed the second focus tree of this video. And with the completion of that focus, we can finally get to indulge in some fun. We now not only get a new focus tree, but we also get some decisions to declare war on our neighboring Eastern Siberian nations, to reunify Eastern Siberia. We'll first start by declaring war on Chita. Second war of the video, and Chita is much more powerful than Sablin's puny little country because I've got more divisions and better industry. So it's time to see what the Red Army can do. Our troops on the southern front quickly and effortlessly took the capital, Chita. However, taking Chita solely wasn't enough to capitulate the entirety of the nation. Now, they did put up a good fight, but the defenses quickly crumbled once we captured some supply points and some major VPs, leading to the ultimate capitulation. That's a major victory for Yagoda. Now, we're going to declare war on not one, but two nations now. The Sakha Republic and Amur. Two very large nations. Before the invasion, I prepared by training a new batch of divisions. But now, it's time to absolutely humiliate the Sakha Republic and Amur, just like we did the Sablin and Chita. Now surprisingly for two nations, they didn't have many divisions compared to us. So we quickly overran the divisions in Amur and took the capital. and we also took a major city down south on the Japanese border, leading to the capitulation. Now, we just have to march into the Sakha Republic's capital, and once we did, they capitulated alongside Amir. That's 2 nations down, only 2? Actually no, 3 more to go. But one of them hasn't formed. But now we're going to declare war on Magadan. Now they've got more territory since the prior updates for TNO, so let's see if this will be any different. Now again, there were barely any divisions on the front line, and we quickly overran them and encircled basically the only divisions they had on the front line. Now there were some divisions defending the capital, but we quickly overran them just like we did with the troops on the front line, leading to the capitulation. Well, now all we can do is attack or try to negotiate with Kamchatka or the Soviet Pacific on Nova Peninsula, right? But after a few days, we completely integrated in with no struggles. We also integrated not only their lands and their people, but also their navy and their generals and admirals and stuff like that. So, it's a win-win for Genrik Yagoda. Now, after a few months have passed, the Divine Mandate of Siberia has formed. This is the last nation that we have to declare war on before we can reunite Eastern Siberia. Let's see if the so-called savior of the world can defeat Genrik Yagoda and the Red Army. Actually walking into the territory of the Divine Mandate of Siberia was such a pain, due to the fact that it's just cold and barren wasteland. It's mountains and it's northern Eastern Siberia. So yeah. But that didn't stop us from absolutely humiliating the puny little army. And after some battle planning, they capitulated. And now, after we complete the final focus of our focus tree, we can reunite Eastern Siberia. And just like that, the final focus of the third focus tree has been completed, and we can finally reunite the Far Eastern Soviet Socialist Republic. With that, we've also got a brand new focus tree, which is quite sizable, if I do say so myself. But we've also got to deal with some industrial decisions. We've got the 8th 5-year plan, and as you can see, we've got some decisions which give us some pretty nice buffs. Now, should we keep gender equality? Well, I guess, because we're a communist nation and we don't want to be too harsh on a majority of our population. Now, the left side of this political side of the focus tree has got some focuses which basically imply some of Yagoda's rules. The right side also has some of Yagoda's reforms that we have to complete. But that's a good thing, because I trust in Genrik Yagoda to lead our nation to Soviet glory. And just like that, the political side of the third focus tree of this video has been wrapped up. Now we can move over to the economic side of the focus tree. Now we're going to start on the left side of the economic side of our focus tree. And what does this have to offer? Well, it's basically reforming our economy in Yagoda's vision, where we can enact in transportation investments and also foreign companies like Boeing to compete with our southern neighbors, the Japanese. But we're also going to have to improve our economy agriculturally, for as agriculture is a main factor of the economy, especially Far Eastern Siberia. And the final section of our economic side of the focus tree is the right side, where we can improve urban areas and also improve our education system, for as education is the future. Now, unfortunately, my original game file got corrupted, but I had to restart. I did everything that I did previously. Everything's basically the same, except that I've completed this focus tree, and we're a bit later on in the game from last time. but that doesn't change anything. That was quite a boring year and a bit for me because I had to sit here doing nothing, but the year is finally 1969, and we can actually attack another nation, or nations, because I'm going to declare war on Central Siberia in hope of reuniting Siberia as a whole. Now, Central Siberia was reunited by the Siberian Free Territory, however, it collapsed, so they haven't really got an army, and they're very, very disorganized. Therefore, I'm expecting this war to be pretty easy. Now, we broke through the defenses pretty easily with no struggles. However, it was capitulating each and every individual Central Siberian nation, which was pretty tedious. And finally, Central Siberia is completely under Genrik Yagoda's control. Siberia has been reunified, and we are stronger than ever. We've got a high chance of reuniting the Motherland as a whole now. Well, we've got a new focus tree, which has quite some interesting content. Now, diving into our Siberian focus tree, we started on the left side, where we basically had to assimilate Central Siberia into Genrik Yagoda's leadership, which was a grand success. And as you can see, Russia, or Western Russia and Western Siberia, is democratic, and so is Germany. So this world is basically just democratic. And it looks like that we've acquired some new field marshals and generals to add to the Red Army. And wow. Oh, look who it is. Well, he is going to be the main man of the Red Army now. Well, now that we've got all of Siberia, it's time to industrialize the rest of Central Siberia, since they didn't have an opportunity, since they were in complete and utter anarchy. Now we can continue down Yagoda's reforms. I think that Yagoda's reforms have been absolutely crucial for the Siberian Soviet Socialist Republic. Now we can move over to developing our own atomic bombs. However, engineering and forming our own nuclear weapons will take years upon years. So, well, it's 1971, we can declare war on Boris Yeltsin. And it's time for Russian reunification. A war which will determine everything. With our thriving economy and the Soviet spirit, we were able to produce over 120 divisions for this war. So we absolutely humiliated Boris Yeltsin and his puny little army by encircling most of his divisions, leading to many casualties on his behalf. Well, I think it's clear to say that Boris Yeltsin had no chance of even trying to battle the Red Army. We overran their divisions, encircling each and every single one of them, causing them hundreds of thousands of casualties. Just like that, all of Russia that isn't owned by the Germans or Central Asia, is under Yagoda's control. looks like this. The Soviet Union has been revived. Now, just a quick note, I'm extremely sorry for my video schedules being delayed. I am trying really hard to produce videos for you guys, but I'm also a human being as well, and I'm struggling with personal issues. But that's not going to stop me from producing videos for you guys. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and